This video has been put together to show the full range of activities that made up our Waterloo celebrations here in Berlin in 1993. It's not a professional product. We've made it with our own resources, so please bear that in mind when you look at it. I hope, however, that you will find it an interesting and enjoyable way of recollecting everything that went on. For us in the battalion, it was a particular pleasure to have the new colonel of the regiment, Major General Grant, and his wife, here to share with us in the celebrations. In addition, we had our 6 Freedom Mayoral parties and, of course, well over 200 old comrades. So sit back now and enjoy the full range of the Waterloo celebrations 1993.
Waterloo weekend had started some months earlier. The first competition of the year was a 1993 intercompany drill competition which was held at Wavell Barracks on Monday the 14th of June. This was the first opportunity for the OCs, Sergeant Majors and soldiers to show off their drill skills that they have been practicing for some weeks. Sergeant Major Belfield takes his company through some rifle exercises at Holt and then progresses onto the slow time. A Company are soon forming divisions ready for their march past in slow and quick time. Meanwhile, CSM Jones of B Company is taking his company through their inspection phase. The inspection phase over, the company was soon marching onto the square, eager to start the second phase, the drill. Quickly they went through their rifle exercise at the Holt, managing to keep the time down and producing some good arms drill. B Company were looking very good. They were soon showing their skills off at slow marching.
B Company!
The company had produced a very high standard for the other companies to follow. As B Company had showed the way in the square, C Company had quickly gone through their inspection phase. They were soon going through their paces on the drill square with the soldiers giving 110%. Once again, the standard was very high, but a few minor mistakes in this fiercely fought competition could mean the difference between first and second. The company was soon forming divisions. The last to go through their paces were the old and bold support company, and they hit the square with boots pounding, making an impressive sound. Their rifle exercises were once again to a very high standard, as the soldiers struck their rifles to give the judges a good impression. Sergeant Major Tickle soon puts the company through their slow and quick time.
The 1993-94 Inter-Company Drill Competition with 176 points. B Company!
How would you like us to do it, chaps? Just fine.
The Allenbrook Trophy, a silver SA-80, was then awarded to Sergeant Campbell of B Company. This trophy is awarded to the right-hand marker of the winning company. The next planned event of this busy period was the battalion photograph. This took place on Tuesday, the 15th of June at the John Platts, and we believe this is the first battalion photograph since 1926. All that's required is a nice venue, regimental drums, a large Queen's Lancashire Regiment sign, chairs and the battalion. Fall in the drums platoon, size the battalion off, insert one company and the rest, insert the pioneers, parade the colours, insert the colours, await the commanding officer, and then click. And what was so difficult about that?
Slight uphill bit here. It's a slight gradient, honestly, and I don't tell lies. As you go past the lake here, there's a few people there with no clothes on. Pay no attention to them. They're not involved in it. Especially the ladies, please avert your eyes. On we go then up, on the way you are told to cross. Last year, a few people, only this man here, who crossed the road early. We have markers there to cross. Get that excited out. I'd like to give it a shoot all yourself a big clap everything. Yeah! Brilliant!
The half marathon battalion results were as follows. In second place, Sergeant Buckley. And the winner of the 1993 half marathon was Captain Cottrell. And the first veteran home was W01 RSM Greenwood. The winning company was B Company.
Thanks, up. More than 20, have you told the statins of it? How many of you did it?
Hey, company! Chainsaw!
Oh no, it should be that's right, and the trophy. And you get the trophy. And the trophy, yes, there it comes, sir.
And on behalf of B Company, Major Davies collects the trophy for the winning company.
I have your attention, please. I've got 3 things to say.
The Waterloo period soon arrived, with the first event of our busy schedule being the Beating Retreat, which took place on the evening of Thursday the 17th of June. The venue, the Citadel, which is situated in Spandau, Berlin. Well over 300 people attended this popular event, which included the new Colonel of the regiment, the Mayor of Spandau, and all the mayors and mayoresses from our freedom towns in Lancashire. Before and after the event, the officers, sergeants and Colt's mess held parties for the many guests that attended. And as we look on some of the drums platoon in their magnificent scarlets as they line the stairs as the guests arrive.
Queens Lancashire General Salute! Present! Arms! Move! Arms! Arms for colours! Queens Lancashire! Salute to the colours! Present! Arms! Queens Lancashire! Arms! Arms!
Man, action!
At 1100 hours on Friday the 18th of June, the Waterloo Parade commenced. The markers were marched on and the buglers sounded the advance, followed by the battalion marching on. The battalion had soon formed three sides of a square where laurel leaves were issued to every soldier. They were soon marching past in slow and quick time. A short history on the Waterloo Parade is as follows. In 1815, the Allied armies were moved to Brussels to intercept the French advance, and on the morning of the 18th of June 1815, the French and Allied forces met on the field of Waterloo. The 30th and 40th Regiments of Foot, which today, with the 47th, 59th, 81st and 82nd, formed the Queens Lancashire Regiment, took a notable part in the battle which followed. At about 11 o'clock, Napoleon began a series of attacks on the British positions. The 30th formed a square in the front line near the centre, while at this time the 40th had been ordered to cover the divisional artillery of the 6th Division. Both regiments were subject to heavy cannon fire and suffered considerable losses. At about 7 o'clock, the Duke of Wellington ordered the whole line to advance, the order to the 40th being given personally by the Duke. When the 30th moved forward, a perfect square of dead remained, showing that their front line had not been broken. For their steadfastness and discipline on this day, the 30th and 40th Foot were permitted to encircle their badges with wreath of laurels. Today the two regiments, which fought side by side at Waterloo, are one, and a tradition of 176 years standing remains unbroken. The next part of the parade was the presentation of awards and decorations. Queen's Commendation for Brave Conduct was awarded to Lieutenant McCluskey. A mention in dispatches for Lance Corporal Clowes. Long service and good conduct medals were awarded to Staff Sergeant Lanny, Sergeant Donaldson, Sergeant Geoghegan, Sergeant Cowling, Corporal Downey, Corporal Stacey of the Royal Logistic Corps, Corporal Reeves, and finally the gold medal was awarded to Sergeant Poole of the Royal Signals.
Go party! Five, centre! Quick, march! Left, march! Five on left!
1, 2.
And he's available all day.
Desi's. Yeah, well, we'll throw him before it gets raining. Take your time, Ray. Take your time. Take your time. Oh, no, what a downer.
The results of the Waterloo Day It's a Knockout competition were as follows. In first place was B Company, Pirates, with 38 points. In second position, HQ Company, the Cavemen, on 37 points. The third was C Company, the Wrestlers, with 35 points. The winners of the Fancy Dress Parade were A Company, the Ninja Turtles. And the winners of the Gym Staff Bungee Run were Team Event Support Company, Individual Champion, Private Douglas of B Company.
Hands off him! You're not allowed to touch the other person!
He's got to. He's got to.
Five!
You must headbutt the balloons, not slap them on your head. When the full team is complete, let's have a wind up one straight line with the hands up in the air so we can see which team is in first.
Well, nice shot of you guys.
On the night of Waterloo Day, the 18th of June, the Warrant Officers and Sergeants Mess held their annual Waterloo Ball, when over 350 people enjoyed themselves from 8 in the evening until 6 in the morning. On the same night, the Corporals Mess also held their Waterloo Ball, where over 450 people attended. On Saturday 19th of June, the officers' mess held their Waterloo Ball, and at midnight they braved the night when they watched the reenactment of the Waterloo Battle, with soldiers from the battalion acting as the French and the British.
there.
Oh, that bloody crap.
Don't be naughty.
The only flop we had was yesterday when that little kiddie got hit by that.